Perfect, guys. So welcome to our Forex basics call. Guys, this video is going to be going over pending orders, okay? Now, pending orders is something that's heavily utilized within the MetaTrader 4 application when it comes to taking trades, right? So what I'm actually going to do with you guys, I'm going to share my screen and break down what each pending order means and in what situation you would be utilizing this, okay? So this is going to be a real quick call, guys. Don't worry, it won't be too long. But let me share my screen here. And boom. So let's say we're taking a look at, let's say, US dollar to the Canadian, okay? So first, let's talk about the different pending orders. So pending orders. Number one, we have sell limit. Number two, buy limit. Three, sell stop, which should be called sell go, but I don't know why we call it stop. And 4, buy stop, which should be called buy go. And then down here, I'll put market / instant execution. Depending on the phone device you're using, it may say either one of the two, okay? So boom, those are the pending orders, guys. So you wanna write that down, take a screenshot, take a photo of it, but this is going to come in handy for you as you have these here, okay? So perfect. Now at the same time, I'm also going to copy this and I'll put it into the chat. So you guys also have that for yourself. Now let's keep it pushing, okay? So many of you guys know sometimes there's gonna come a moment where you can't get into a trade at that given moment because you probably are gonna be going to work soon or be going to church soon or falling asleep soon. What a pending order is, it means, hey, I wanna set one of these 4 things. So when the market does X, Y, Z, let me into the trade, okay? So when the market does X, Y, Z at whatever price point you set, let me into the trade. So it's called a pending order because it's a trade you're going to set, but it's not officially activated yet. It's going to be pending, okay? So let me go through a few different examples with you guys as to why you'd use different ones. So sell limit, okay? Now, depending on your trading technique, you may use at different intervals. I'm going to use as many different examples as I possibly can to break down for you guys, okay? So let's say hypothetically, maybe you're someone that trades based off of zones, okay? Maybe based off support and resistance. That's when you like to trade. So where the market currently is right now is at this dotted line, okay? At this dotted line, the market's currently at, over here, it says 1.25194. If we predict the market is going to hit this area where I put that $sign and it's going to shoot downwards, so kind of an effect like this. We believe the market's going to come up here, tap this area, and then eventually drop. Instead of sitting here and waiting for the market to hit that exact price point, where up here it's at 1.25565, we can set a sell stop at this given area. Okay, so we could put a sell stop right here. And what we're looking for is the market to come up, hit this area, and drop. So when you're entering a sell stop onto MetaTrader 4, okay, it's going to ask you for a specific entry price. So let's say that's the entry price right there. It says 1.25544. We're looking for the market to come, hit this black line, and then shoot downwards, okay? Hit this black line and then shoot downwards. Now, some of you may be in a situation where maybe you don't have to enter a pending or of a sell limit because maybe you're just gonna sit there and look at your phone and wait for it to hit here, and then you'll press sell yourself manually. Some of us may have to put a pending order because we don't know at what time this is going to activate. It may be in an hour, it may be in 2 days, maybe in a week, okay? So that's sell limit. Now, buy limit is the same thing, just on the opposite side, okay? So let's take the $sign down here. And let's say we predict the market's going to shoot downwards here before it reacts and bounces back upwards. This is where we'd use a buy limit. We want the market to come down, hit a specific price point. So MetaTrader 4 is going to ask us, what's the price we want to put in? And we'll put 1.24424 once price hits that line, that entry price, is going to activate a buy trade for you, and you're looking for it to shoot upwards now, okay? Type some ones for me in the chat box if this makes sense, or type some twos if it doesn't make sense to you. Buy limits and sell limits are probably going to be the most common ones you would use of the pending orders. If I'm being very honest with you guys, I have yet to ever use sell stop or buy stop, okay? But they are used for people maybe when they're looking to trade news or they're looking for the market to do something specific. So I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example as to when you'd use a buy stop or a sell stop, okay? So that's now buy limit, okay? So let's delete this. Perfect. So sell stop. Sell stop is we believe the market may come down to this point down here. Now, give you as an example, based on how I trade a technical or term called institutional. So based off of price and time is what I'm looking to get into the market. So based off this price right here, I'll make it point even. That's an institutional number, okay? So I know this is an area where the market likes to be pushed towards or propelled towards or in a magnet effect. And this is where the banks and the institutions would like to get in. So now let's say hypothetically, I know there's also an area right here that looks like a support. And I'll mark it up for you guys as well too. Support means the market hits it like a floor and bounces back up. Depending on how you trade, this may be handy for you in different ways, okay? So let's say I believe the market is not going to stop there. I believe the market is going to shoot past it and get towards this area right here, okay? This is my target. I want the market to come all the way down here. I believe it's going to hit this point. We would set, ladies and gentlemen, a sell stop at this line, and I'll change the color, and we'll make it blue. At this blue line, we put a sell stop. I like to use the example of it literally being like a bus. If the bus is going down, it's going down, it's going down, and then here you are waiting for the bus, okay? You want the bus to come to the stop, pick you up, and then continue going. That's what a sell stop is. You want the market to cross this line, and once it crosses it, to let you into the trade and continue it going, okay? The same thing works, once again, guys, on the opposite side for a buy stop, okay? For a buy stop, let's say I'll put it right here. But let's say I believe the market's going to go further. I want to go all the way up there, which is my end target. We would put a buy stop at this blue line. So where it says 1.25565, we would put a buy stop because same thing applies. That's you waiting for the bus or the taxi or whatever you want it to be, right? You want the market to shoot upwards, pick you up, enter you into a buy, and then continue taking upwards, okay? Now, pending orders, and gentlemen, are very powerful because once again, it saves you time from having to stare at your phone and wait for the trade to come into effect, okay? And the fifth one, guys, is not a pending order, but it's also another order type that you'll be doing on MetaTrader 4, market execution / instant execution, which means let me into the trade right now. Okay, I'm just pressing back so I can go back. Delete, 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 delete. Perfect. So let me give you some examples of what I'd be looking to do is different pending orders, okay? This one's activated for me. Yes, this one's probably already activated. Lovely. No, I want another example. Let's go USD CAD. Perfect. So look at this one here, guys, okay? I'll go to a clean chart. Oh, same one we're on before. Perfect. So let's say I'm looking for a trade to get into this right here, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm looking for the market to let me in at this given area. This area is where my entry is. I want the market to come back here and shoot back upwards, okay? So if I want the market to start from here, drop down, let me in on a trade here, and it take off upwards, which pending order would I be using? Type for me in the chat box. If I wanted to drop down to this blue area and then let me in and then shoot upwards, which pending order would I be using? Love it. Buy limit, buy limit, buy limit, buy limit. Lovely, okay? I love you guys are getting this. So let's keep it going. I like to keep my charts clean just so it's easier when it's time for me to mark up at night. Okay, so Euro AUD. Oh, perfect. So I'm looking to enter this trade, ladies and gentlemen, this blue box. I want the market to come down to this blue box and let me in for a buy. Which pending order would I be using? Type for me in the chat box. I want to let me in for a buy at that blue box. Which pending order would I be using? So the market is currently at this dotted line, okay? We want it to come down, hit this blue box, and let me in for a buy. Which pending order would I be using? Yes, it's still a buy limit, okay? Once again, guys, when the market to come down, let me in and continue shooting back upwards, it's a buy limit. Love it, love it. So let's go, Euro JPY. What do I have here? Lovely. Okay. So let's say we're in a group chat, okay? We're in a group chat. I'm gonna put blank. Entry. Let's move this over. So entry is 131743. Stop loss is 131.868. Take profit is 129621. Okay. So that's what's beginning to us. So let's say steady calls a trade out. Okay. And it looks like this. Right now, the market's currently down here, but it says entries at 131.743, which is up here. Our stop loss is right above it at 131.868, but the take profit is all the way down here at 129.621. Which pending order would we be using on this example? Which pending order would we be using? People are dropping sell limit in the chat. Do you guys believe it's sell limit? Anyone think anything different? Yep, it's sell limit. You guys got it right. Somebody like, wait, wow, I thought I knew it. Yes, you got it right. We're looking for the market to come upwards, enter us into this entry, and then eventually drop down. Okay, this is actually a trade you guys can save for yourself if you decide. It's exactly what I'm looking for during London session tonight or tomorrow night. Okay, so you have that there. Take a quick picture if you desire. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Let's keep it going. GBP, JPY. I'm actually kind of upset because I think this one left me. But this is the example, guys. The black number is our entry, 153.623. Red is our stop loss, 153.865. Take profit is 150.670. Which pending order would we be using if it's going to be a pending order? Would we market execution? Would we use buy stop, sell stop? Is it buy limit, sell limit? What do you guys think? So look for market to come upwards, enter us at 153.623, and then drop downwards to our take profit. I love it. Everyone said sell limit. You're gonna hang and see how simple this is, right? But this is why it's so important to know pending orders. Now, is it right or wrong to use it? It totally comes down to how you are yourself as a trader, right? Even though we have pending orders, a lot of times myself, ladies and gentlemen, I try to avoid it when possible, just based off, I like to trade based off time and price. So that's an example of GBP, JPY. Let's see if I go some other ones. GBP, CHF. I don't like this one. I like this one up here. So, guys, let me ask you a question. Okay? Let me ask you a question. If we're looking for the market to come to this area here, okay, I'll draw a box again. Look for it to come to this area here and then drop downwards. What's the pending order we're using? Look for it to come up to this area here and then drop downwards. Lovely. Now let me ask another question, okay? If this is what I'm looking for, do you guys think I should like do like a buy up to this point? Should I do like a buy stop somewhere here to get to this point first? Or should I just wait for it to get to this area for the official drop? What do you guys think? And I ask this question because I know how a lot of people are. Wait. Sound like pop smoke. Wait. Love it, guys. Love it. Now, one of the most important things I want you guys to understand when it comes to trading is risk to reward, which is why it makes sense to wait. Okay. A lot of you guys are going to realize when it comes to taking pending orders, when you can have the opportunity of just saying, hey, I'm going to be free, I recommend just don't even put a pending order, just wait. Okay. Just literally just wait. Right. Now, in the event, there was one I was showing you guys a while ago, which I believe I was close by the entry. Was it GJ? Yes. Okay. In the event, it's something like this where I'm currently sitting up here and I'm very close to it. Okay. Now, if I know I'm potentially going to fall asleep, I'm like, hey, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted. I want to fall asleep. Then I may go ahead and put a pending order in, right? So why is this is very important, guys, is because when you're using different applications, swipe trades, swipe coin, steady, pay attention to the order type that's being given to you. They're going to say sell limit, buy limit, sell stop, buy stop. I don't think they'll ever say buy stop or sell stop, but they'll say market execution, right? Or what you may get is one of these. They may say market execution within 5 pip range. Okay. I'll do another, probably next week or later this week, I'll do another training talking about how to utilize TradingView and these other different tools. But you can now say, okay, cool. Within my entry, they're saying we can get in within a 5 pip radius. So that's the lowest point I should be able to get in without having to put a pending order. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Any questions about pending orders? Pretty straightforward. Yes, no, maybe so. Love it. Cool. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm actually just going to continue and extend. I'm gonna go over lot size with you guys. Okay. I'm just gonna go over lot size just so it can help you. Now you know when you're taking a trade, what it means when you're factoring it all together. Okay. So let's go back. So now let's talk about lot size. We'll have this recorded and I'll put it on YouTube for you guys, okay? Cool. So guys, when it comes to lot size, this is how we determine how much money we're going to lose or we're going to profit on that current trade, okay? So before you can enter any given trade, there's a few things you're going to need to know. Now I'll go over another training as well too on the MetaTrader 4 training. You need to know what currency pair you're getting in. You need to know what your entry price, your stop loss, your take profit is going to be, right? But then it comes down to also knowing your order type and what your lot size will be, okay? Will you drop all of it on YouTube? Yes, I'll have it all on YouTube, okay? So when it comes to lot size, here's how we're able to determine what each lot is represented and means, okay? You are always going to multiply them by 10, okay? You're always going to multiply it by 10, and that's the dollar amount or the cent amount is represented per pip. So 0.01 times 10 equals 10 cents per pip, okay? 0.10 is $1 per pip. 1.00 is $10 per pip. And 10.00 is $100 per pip, okay? So let me now break down to you guys why this all makes a lot more sense now, okay? Let's say we're looking for that trade. Let's say off the institutional, stop right above, and we're gonna take to clear these lows, okay? So look at this here. I'll put it at 250 just so it's even. My mouse, that's 250, that's good enough, okay? So look at this, guys. Now, based off of this, we know this is a 22 pip stop loss. Our take profit is 250 pips, okay? So if we're using a lot size of 0.01, okay? 0.01. If we take this trade and we win this trade, it's going to be 10 cents per pip. So you do 10 cents times 250, which will be $25 you're willing to win on this trade, okay? If it hits your stop loss. So actually, let me just put that down here. That's $25 you'll be willing to win based off of 0.01, okay? And a 22 pip stop loss, if we lose this trade, that's going to be $2. $2, okay? That's 10 cents times 20, or I want to be very precise, $2.20, okay? This is based off of a 0.01 lot size. So if you're ever wondering why it is, you may see you're taking a trade and your mentor is taking a trade, and you guys getting the exact same trade, right? You both hit take profit, but you made $10 and they made 10,000. It's not that they were a better person. It's just that they were able to use a bigger lot size, okay? Now, what determines what lot size you use? It comes down to the risk you're using within your account. I won't go into that on this call because that'll be a whole other conversation. But when it comes to trading, ladies and gentlemen, I like to say to people, when you have your initial investment without a profit yet, you want to stay within 1 to 3% risk, okay? Once you're in the profits, it's up to you to do what you want to do at that point. But that's how it works, guys, based off of 0.01. Now, let's say we took that exact same trade, but we're using 0.10 on that same trade. Instead of risking $2.20, we're now risking $22, okay? Now it's $22 based off your lot size. But now the reward is greater because now it's $1 per pip. For 250 pips, we're looking to make $250 on the exact same trade. So here's why I tell people it's very important to understand the more capital you have in your account, the more money you can make. The same trade you take to make $2, the same trade you're going to take to make $2 million. The only thing that changes is the lot size, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Let's take it up a notch. Let's say you have a bigger account where now you can start using what's called a standard lot. A standard lot is a 1.00 times 10. That is $10 per pip, okay? That means at this point now, on this exact same trade setup, you're risking $220, right? But now you're looking to make $2,500, okay? Same thing applies, the exact same trade. We can all sit here and take the exact same trade. One of us does a 0.01, one does a 0.10, and one does a standard 1.00. And this is going to be the difference. What's going to be the amount we lose or the amount that we are going to win, okay? Same thing applies, guys, if it's even 0.05 times 10, it's 50 cents per pip, okay? 0.50, it's $5 per pip. 5.00, it's $50 per pip, and 50.00 is $500 per pip, okay? Same thing applies. You're always going to multiply by 10, and that's how you're going to determine your lot size, okay? So now you can factor in, okay, if you're using a risk calculator, hint, hint, wink, wink, Steady has a risk calculator. You input what your stop loss is going to be, right? And they're going to tell you what your lot size is based off the amount you want to risk in your account, okay? This makes sense to you guys here as well? Drop some ones for me in the chat box if this made sense to you guys. Love it. So I'm going to stop there, guys. I'm going to stop there on this call. We are going to stop the recording as well, too. Hope you guys got value on this.